we have upgraded this bilateral relations with Gabon, becoming comprehensive strategic cooperation partnership. This comprehensive means it will cover like political mutual trust and economic cooperation, as well as those cooperation in the international stage. So think about Gabon, even though it's not big size country with not many population, but it has been playing very important role in Western Africa, in Africa as a whole, even in the international stage, because in the this recent 2 years from 2022 to 2023, Gabon has been serving as the non-permanent membership in the Security Council in the UN. So think about that. And also he has been serving as the new chairman in the Central African this economic cooperation, regional cooperation in Africa. So in every aspect, Gabon now has been playing more and more important role. So we need to cooperate in all rounds of way with Gabon.
Ms. He, she said China is willing to provide new opportunities to African countries through its own development. That naturally includes relations with Gabon. What opportunities, new opportunities, are we talking about?
Yes, with times, moving forward, of course, China has also made our economic transformation from the past, like trade-driven, investment-driven economy to the innovation-driven economy. So in all the process, we have been digged out all those potential and developed a new opportunity for like a digital economy and also like green development of this new modality. So with all those new areas development, we will share this development opportunity with Gabon and with many African countries. So because like Gabon, they have been leading this green development, this model. Recently, Gabon has hosted like a One Forest, this global summit, and it has also many those tropical forests. I think I impressed very much when I visited Gabon years ago for their, this very green this development thinking. So I think with that, so that's why we can join hands together to develop this new area in the future.
Green development is something we do share indeed. And let's take a look at things from a larger picture, from China-Africa relations picture. China hopes to turn China-Africa practical cooperation into a model for the South-South and international cooperation with Africa. How would this model look like?
Oh yes, China being the largest developing country in the world, and Africa is the continent hosting the most developing country in the world. So this nature has already decided that China-Africa cooperation is a South-South cooperation. Being the South country, of course, we first of all, we want to guarantee the world peace and world security, and also the global development cannot be ignored. This is the long-standing theme and also the focus for global development. That is why Chinese government had put forward like 3 initiatives. One is Global Development Initiative, another is the Global Security Initiative, and plus recently Global Civilization Initiative. I think those 3 initiatives fit with all those common wishes from developing countries as a whole, particularly Africa countries. So with this strengthened South-South cooperation, I think China and Africa we can build a stronger, like we call a shared community with a shared future.
As an example, actually, China pledges to provide Gabon with more supplies under the South-South cooperation framework. China has been supporting Africa in various ways over the decades. Actually, how are these contributing to development in the African continent?
Yes, no matter Africa or Asia or Latin America, all those developing countries, if you want to realize like anti-poverty, sustainable development, one thing cannot be missing. That is your self-driven, those development motivation, and also those, dig out your potential and make your potential becoming a reality. Because all the time, in the past and even now on, I have made numerous those talking, discussion, and workshop with my African colleagues. So all the time we talk about Africa's huge, huge potential. But none of the time we have been saying those huge potential already becoming the reality, because all the way is potential, potential. So now I think in the recent 20 years also, China has been doing one thing very fundamental, that is helping African countries to make, dig out the potential, make those potentials becoming reality, becoming those advantage for their, current time the development advantage, rather than always potential advantage. So this is a big transformation. Actually, China has been doing that in our past 40 years reform and opening up. Yeah, we transformed those potential becoming reality. This is exactly Africa now wants to get some experiences from China's past success. And we will continue to do that in our new round of reform and opening up, and then together with Africa.